join us from Research Stadium in Corvallis, Oregon. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Boise State Broncos and the Oregon State Beavers. Reese Davis, Nick Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Checking in with the Beavers head coach before the game, he understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Beavers ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Breaks into the open. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Shakes off the defender. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Let's talk for a second about Boise State. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be one and one.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
And the Broncos are rolling down the field. On the run, it's Culliver. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Second down to the air. Fires to the big fella. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
And, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far for checking those boxes.
Well, he's done a good job getting his quarterback prepped for this one, too, because watching this guy throw the ball, he's making quick decisions, and he's throwing the ball with a lot of conviction. You can tell this guy watched a lot of film,
Makes the catch and he's free. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Boise State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's a great job finishing the drive. But, man, I got to go back. I love the fourth down call. Being aggressive. First drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone. They cap it off. They create momentum to start.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running inside, it's Addison. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoffs.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Gonna run it. It's Addison.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking for a man. It's Lacey. Slots it away.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
The Beavers will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Moving out to the right. Hauls it in.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Looking to throw again. Finds a spot in the middle.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the Beavers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Powers inside. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Needs it here on 4th down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Turning it on. And the interception was enough. The return made it even better as he gets it down to the 48-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fresh set of downs going up top. caught in the backfield. It's Temple.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires to the big fella. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, this tight end, he's got size, and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
There's some room. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. Incomplete, going for the touchdown, but instead I think they're going to have to wear a penalty. They'll send out the kicker here, and he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for a gap. It's Addison. Defense all over him.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Moving the pocket, it's Lacey. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of that one.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
Trying to get started. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, bro.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Trying to make magic with his feet. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They're all over it. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they try to dial up the screen pass on first down, seeing if they can catch the defense rushing upfield, but they stayed home, they had their eyes on the football, and they create a negative play.
Back to pass on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Keeping his eyes downfield. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they can't make the connection.
This quarterback, man, is scary fast. I think sometimes he's too fast. I think on a play like that, sometimes when you're on the run, you just want to sort of settle yourself a little bit, get your feet under you so you can make a more accurate throw.
Sets his feet. It's Lacey. Look out! And down he goes.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, he just simply can't block.
Forget the punt, he's going to throw it. And they smelled that fake coming from a mile away. Still made the throw and catch, but not enough for the first down.
We'll give the return team credit there because they were able to rally and get a massive stop. Now, the kicking team thought they had the perfect play, and they snap it to the up man. He sees his target downfield, throws the completion. Everything's going right, but the return team able to make a massive tackle. The gamble does not pay off, and that is a critical turnover on downs.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times when you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting to the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
Finds his tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, we thought this guy might be a big weapon here and a big part of what the offense was going to try to do. And you've seen now, early in this game, they're going to him a lot. That's already his 5th catch. Defense can't cover him. He's such a big target. You know this quarterback's going to keep looking his way.
Guys, let's take just a minute and talk about Boise State. We have a new #1 team in the nation this week. Guys, they've made it to the mountaintop, and usually that just means now everybody's shooting at you.
I think a lot of people are waiting to see is how they wear this #1, if they change it all moving forward. But, David, talking to their players this week, they were saying they knew they were the #1 team before the season even started. Everybody else is just figuring that out now.
Yeah, and you got to love the confidence of this squad and going out and earning that #1 ranking, but it's another thing completely to keep it. And to continue to have that edge and that hunger, let's see if they can do it.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Got his man downfield. Nice move, creates some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to throw, it's Lacey. He wants to take the top off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd and long here. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Sends it downfield. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Finds it. Ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. If they just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense, you're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. From the gun. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Beavers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. The Beavers using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. On to attempt to try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Now on the counter. Got enough for the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. After the holding penalty, the offense will try to hang on with a 1st and 20. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down after a gain of about 5. Clock comes to a stop as we've reached a 2-minute timeout. The Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, gonna throw it. With the catch, it's Temple. Dragged down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Fresh center downs going to the air. They get to him as he throws.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The give on the counter. Hard running there. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Broncos want to crank the tempo. And he avoids the tackle with the slide.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made them look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Under pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision making.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking downfield to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job at keeping 2 hands on the ball.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. That one comes out hot down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the 1st half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the number 7 team, the Arkansas Razorbacks. And it's the Tigers, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. That victory closes the book on a 4-8 regular season, disappointing by any team standards. Here now some other games you may have in.
Snags it and he's open. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to...
He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw.
All by himself down the middle. And he scores! Touchdown, Oregon State!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. First play of this drive. Finds his target. Oh, what a caught! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
How about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurt. You speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
Blasted as he lets it go. And he gets rid of it.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. On the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Beavers! Special teams proving to be special.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And he added the extra point. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Time that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And the Broncos will punt it away on fourth down. He might just try to keep it away from this guy after a house call came after the first punt. Cradles it at the 35. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Wants to throw. It's Lacey. Escapes the pressure going right. Finds his man. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down.
Well, this quarterback is dynamic, and it's because of his speed. You see it in the run game, but also when he decides to extend the play, scramble, and just buy himself time. Defense can't keep up with him as he's able to find that completion for the first.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a pop.
Caught, and he's got room. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, it's Addison. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it. Stepping to the right. Got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. The Beavers headed quickly to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. And he's in! Touchdown, Oregon State! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to throw on first. Throwing right. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Man, you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting it hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
They kick it away on 4th down. Going to field this one in tight quarters, and the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Lacey. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. On the ground, it's Culliver. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to fall back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. He'll set up to throw. Gets rid of it.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Got to make the play on 4th. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Broncos! And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Snap in the shotgun. Makes the grab over the middle. Stop short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the 1st down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pulls it and fires to the left. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
Pulls it in. It's Lewis. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, the next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. A ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Looking to throw, it's Lacey. Fires to the right. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Quick give. It's Culliver. Runs through the tackle. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Finds a man in the middle. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Finds the tight end. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Touchdown, Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Was to pass. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Quarterback changing the play. To the air, it's Lacey. Unloads it left. He makes the catch. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Beavers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Drops back on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Out wide right, it's Lewis. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
There he goes. Touchdown, Beavers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Turns it upfield. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10. The Beavers couldn't have asked for better field position as they get a chance to strike here. They'll run it. It's Addison. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Right back to it. Stopped right there.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Takes the handoff. It's Addison. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run, and they did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Rich. On target. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Snapped it in the shotgun. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Temple.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
A short throw to the sideline, but it is long enough for a 1st down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
The throw. Caught. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry up. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pulls it in. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Just keeps swinging it. Got his man. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to... Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
The Broncos will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's Temple. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Broncos! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
38, and it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Lacey. Oh, pressure's coming. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Boise State. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Big extra point coming. It would give them the lead late. And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the fourth. And that one ought to help us build the drama down the stretch. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's changing the play. They'll go back to the air on second down. Fires it. And it's picked off for the fourth time today.
Well, they're running four verticals down the field, and the quarterback's just hoping one of those matchups can win. But you got to give the defense credit. They were ready for it on the back end, and that is a massive interception late in this game with the score so close.
Huge interception. The 2-minute drill a lot of times decides the football game. And this defense, man, you could tell they were ready for four verts. They played deep. They read the quarterback's eyes. They break on the football, and they probably end this football game.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job. This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over.
The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay,